Hello, Assalamualaikum everyone. Financial consultant Helmi Hakim here from Takaful.sg. Welcome to my Facebook live video series. Today is the 6th day out of my 44 days of Facebook live. I'm undertaking a challenge right now to do 44 days of Facebook live consecutively. Today is my 6th day and I am feeling pumped up to share more with you on how you can plan your finance the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. So today the topic is extra special. I have to put on my Islamic finance practitioner thinking cap. So extra special, so that's why I prepare some slides today. Only for today I prepare some slides for you guys. And the topic that I want to touch on today is 5 myths of growing your money the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. 5 myths of growing your money the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. And for those of you who don't know me, right, Assalamualaikum, and my name is Helmi Hakim. I'm a financial planner. I'm a financial planner with Takaful.sg. I specialize in helping Muslim families plan their finance the Sharia compliant way in Singapore, so that we can live peacefully on this earth and in the Akhirah, inshallah. I've been in the industry since the year 2007 It's almost 13 years already. And of course I have a lot of clients. I have more than 1,000 clients now, and about 60-70% of my clients are Muslims. And so it's quite common for them when they come and meet me, right, they will ask me questions like halal, haram, can get, cannot get, why can get, why cannot get. Right, so inshallah, if you do have that kind of inquiries, right, you can always ask me along the way. Alright, okay. So when I meet a lot of them, right, a lot of prospects out there, most of them they are looking at two things. And the first thing, what they are looking at is that they are looking at ways or strategies on how they can clear their riba-based loans in Singapore. Riba-based loans here, right, I mean by credit card debts. It's quite common though. When I do my social outreach, right, I realize that those in their 20s or those in their 30s, they already incur credit card debts. 20,000, 30,000, 50,000. A number of them incur till $100,000 of credit card debts. So they come and meet me. They tell me, Helmi, I want to learn from you how to clear my riba-based loans in Singapore. That's the first group. Then the second group, what they want to learn is that they want to learn how they can save, accumulate, and grow their money the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. And some of them want to save money for retirement. Some of them want to save for child's education. Some want to do it as a form of wealth accumulation, whereas some as a form of wealth protection. It doesn't matter whatever your financial objective may be, right? They just want it to be Sharia compliant, to be halal. Alright. So the next question that they have, right? The next question that they have is this. They ask me, is it really possible for me to be debt-free, for me to be able to clear my riba-based loans in Singapore? So usually what I'll do is that I'll ask them back what, you have 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 or what, credit card debts? How come you got such debts? Then they get back to me Helmi, standard Singapore, high cost of living, everything need to pay. This one need to pay, that one need to pay, everything I need to pay. Then not enough money, how? Have to take debt have to take loan so that's where they fall into the debt trap itself. Alright, and the second question that a lot of people have is this: is it really possible for me to save, accumulate, and grow my money the Sharia compliant way? Really possible, man? Singapore, this is what they told me Singapore is a non-Muslim country. This is not Malaysia. This is not Indonesia. This is not Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Saudi, Dubai. This is Singapore. So is it really possible for me to save, accumulate, and grow my money the Sharia compliant way in Singapore? So these are the type of questions that a lot of people have, and a lot of them think not possible. So again, this is myth. Not possible to plan your finance the Sharia compliant way in Singapore is a myth. and you have to saddle yourself with debts in Singapore because of high cost of living is also a myth, which I am going to educate lah, which I'm going to share my findings lah. And the thing here is that we don't want to go into a blame game lah. It's not nobody's fault for a lot of us to think that way. Because why? Because most of us have been conditioned since young that money is difficult to earn. I always hear lah this kind of phrase lah. You think what? You think aku cat duit ke? Nak bagi kau duit? Or this sort of thing. You think what? You think money grow on trees or what? So a lot of negativity on money itself. So today, right? I want to share with you about the myths in specific to Islamic financial planning, growing your money the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. I would like to debunk all those myths lah. It might not be easy lah, but insyaAllah with the right niyat, insyaAllah ta'ala I will convey my message. I would like to share with you this thing called the baby elephant analogy lah. Baby elephant analogy. Long time ago in India, trainers, right, tie baby elephant legs with a rope to a tree, because they don't want the baby elephant to run away, right? So they tie a rope on the baby elephant's leg. Maybe I just make this bigger. Can see or not? Can see or not? This is the baby. Alamak. Wait this is the baby elephant, right? So they tie the rope. I circle here lah. There. You cannot circle. Alamak, I think my stylus, the battery weak. Just give me a second. Okay, but I'll just show you, right? So this is a baby elephant. You can see here, right? Can you see? The baby elephant, there's a rope tied to its leg. So long time ago lah, long time ago in India, the trainers tie the baby elephant legs to the rope, with a rope to a tree. So because they don't want the baby elephant to run away lah, and this baby elephant, right, try to break free, failed and give up. Years later, this small baby elephant grew to be a huge elephant. Huge elephant. And the trainers did the same thing. What the trainers did is tie the rope, the small little rope, to that huge elephant. And you know what? The huge elephant, right? The huge grown-up elephant, right? Never tried to break free. Actually, if this huge big elephant, right, try to break free easily lah, this huge elephant can break free, but it did not. And why? Because of this thing called limiting mindset, limiting belief, limiting belief that has been inculcated since the huge elephant was young, since the huge elephant was a baby elephant. So to me, right, as an Islamic financial planner, right, I see most of us, we have a lot of this type of myth when it comes to Islamic financial planning, when it comes to growing our money the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. And my role, right, as an Islamic financial consultant, what I'll try to do, my level best, right, is to wait, how come cannot? Let me just adjust a bit. See, the Bluetooth is on. Let me try again here. Okay, and because I want to write lah, just give me a second. Because I want to write. If cannot write, like not show lah. Okay, I charge ready. Okay lah. So I think the stylus is not working, or the Apple Pencil is not working. Just give me a second here. Bluetooth is connected. Okay. And sometimes challenges lah, but just bear with me a second. Okay, I think officially the stylus is not working. Okay, never mind, I'll just go direct to the presentation without using my Apple Pencil. Alright? Okay, so what happened here is that my role as a financial consultant, right, what I'll do my level best is to help the baby elephant to cut the rope that tie its leg. And if the baby elephant is now a huge elephant, right, I will do my level best to alhamdulillah can already. To break this rope and free that baby elephant. Alright? Okay. So these are the myth lah. So I treat this limiting belief, right? A lot of us have this limiting belief lah, especially when it comes to growing our money the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. And so that's where I create this myth, 5 myths when it comes to Islamic financial planning in Singapore. The first myth, right, I get right is this, no. A lot of people say, it is expensive lah if I want to plan or want to grow my money the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. This type of thing is only reserved for the rich Arabs. Let me tell you this is not true. Not true at all. Today, if you were to start to save up money the Sharia compliant way in Singapore, you just need to start with only a minimal amount of $5 per day. Yes, $5 per day. It's just like a plate of nasi lemak with ayam goreng. $5 a day and $150 a month, you can start up to save up your money the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. So I do this lah. I do this. Right? With only $5 a day, $150 a month, you can start to save up money the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. Gone are the days where you need to have like minimum amount of what, $200,000 to set up a Sharia compliant investment account. Gone are the days. No longer. Today, you only need how much? $5 a day only. $5 a day, $150 a month. So this is the myth. I'm going to cut one by one, no. It's like what, you know, like all these myths prevent you, right, to start up, to save, accumulate and grow your money the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. It's like the elephant. You want to do but cannot. You think cannot because what? Because there's this rope, you know, tying to your leg. I have to cut that rope. So that's the first myth. Okay, the second one, right, is this. Islamic finance is obsolete lah. It is backward. Islamic finance used ancient strategies more than 1,400 years ago, might no longer be applicable today. Today is modern times. Modern times must use modern investment strategies. This is what people tell me. Alright, actually there's a lot of myth, but I'm collating only the top 5, you know. And this myth, this misconception that I want to throw out of the window lah. So you will feel confident and you will feel, wait, this thing is possible today in Singapore. Right? So this is again not true. Let me take this. Ta-da, ta-da. Not true. Islamic finance, right? They have this thing called timeless principles that is stipulated in the Quran and the Sunnah of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let me just take this. Okay. Last time, long time ago, cannot have what? Cannot have riba, cannot have maizir, and cannot have gharar. Now also, same. Cannot have riba, cannot have maizir, and cannot have gharar. Same. Right? Maybe the way it applies now as compared to 1,400 years ago is different. But what is haram itself, right, is still the same. In fact, right, if you were to do your own analysis on all the crises the financial crisis that has happened in the world, be it subprime mortgage crisis which led to the global economic crisis, be it the Euro debt crisis, be it the Asian 1997 financial crisis, be it the any financial crisis, Black Monday during the year 1987, any crisis, it always happened because of these three things. Because of what? Because of this thing, riba, maizir, and gharar. And so that's why for me as an Islamic financial consultant, it is my obligation, it is my duty for me to share with the public itself that it's still relevant today and you still can plan your finance without these three things, the riba, Maizil, and Gora. So that's myth number 2. And for those of you who just tuned in, right, this is Helmi Hakim here, financial consultant from Takaful.sg. I specialize in helping Muslim families plan their finance the Sharia Compliant way in Singapore. And right now you're in the midst of watching this Facebook live, and this is live. So along the way, if you have any questions, you can ask me lah. So this is live. And what I'm sharing today, right? This is my 6th day during my 44 days Facebook live video challenge. And what I'm sharing with you today is I'm sharing with you 5 myths of growing your finance, growing or planning your finance the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. And so this is the second one. I cancel for you already. Then the third one, let's check. What's the third one? And the third one, it is difficult to understand. Too exotic, too mysterious. What? Mudarabah? What? Murabaha? What? Ijara wa iktina? What? Ijara muntahia bitamblik? What? Istisna? Oh lama. Some of them here, right? This thing, right? Oh lama. This one difficult to understand lah. Wow, too exotic lah, too mysterious. I think better stay away from it lah. Again, and this is a myth. I cancel for you. Why I say this is a myth? A Malay proverb say lah, ala bisa, tegal biasa. Ala bisa, tegal biasa. At first, right, when you want to do something new, of course lah, it's difficult, right? It's like what? When you first take your driving license, you take your driving license and you want to pass that driving license. I remember lah when I learned how to park, Masya Allah, pening kepala, headache lah, want to estimate, that kind of thing. Very difficult. And even after I passed my driving license, I want to drive my new car. My first car that time was what? Honda Civic Hybrid lah. And I remember, really scared, to drive my car outside. And when I was driving and I was new at that point in time, I saw so many cars beside my car. It like sent shivers to my spine, right? But subsequently lah, right, after many months of driving, then okay, ready, smooth sailing, ready. Or it's like what? When you first learn how to ride your bicycle. This one is a bit touchy for me lah. Because why? Because my daughter's birthday, right, was like a few days ago, and I promised her to buy for her a bicycle. But because of this COVID-19 circuit breaker, right, cannot go out, we cannot go to the shop to buy bicycle, all that. The shops are closed, so I cannot fulfill my promise. So it's not fulfilling promise, like it's delayed fulfilling my promise lah. Inshallah after circuit breaker, I'll buy for her lah. She said what? Her Frozen. She like this character lah. I cannot remember what character is that. But it's a Frozen bicycle. The movie Frozen. She loves that bicycle lah. Yeah. And yeah, I'll buy for her. But the point here I want to say here lah. And when you first learn, right, how to cycle, it's difficult. And at times, right, you will fall down, right? But as you have a bit more experience to ride the two-wheeler bicycle, I'm not talking about four-wheeler, the two-wheeler bicycle, right? Then you find that it's super duper easy, right? Same also lah, right? Same also with Islamic finance, right? At first, you hear all these jargons, right? You feel a bit scared lah. But as you learn deeper, right? As you, like for me, as I explain or practice explaining with my clients, right, then everything comes naturally. Alright, so this is again a myth. Alright, for those of you who just tuned in, I'm sharing with you 5 myths of growing your money the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. This is the third one. The fourth one is what? The fourth one, it is troublesome, leceh, mafan. Leceh lah, this type of thing lah. What? Want to right, make money only lah. Why need to distinguish halal or haram? As long as can make money, right, it's for the greater good, right? This is what some people feedback to me. As long as I make money, okay lah. Why need to talk about halal haram or what? You think what? Some of them lagi. You think what? You suci sangat pe? That kind of thing. Alright. Then this is what I convey to them lah. Hello brother. There are 2 ways of making money. The Sharia compliant way and the non-Sharia compliant way. If you can make money the Sharia compliant way, why you want to make money the non-Sharia compliant way? At the end of the day, you still make money, right? Correct or not? And actually, right, how conventional equity works, right? And how Sharia compliant equity works, right, is almost about the same. And if you see now is like COVID-19, right? COVID-19 pandemic. We are having a health crisis. If you see conventional equity, right, goes down by 30%, and Sharia compliant equity also will go down about there, right? So the thing here is that it's not like what I want to say, like you have to do so much of extra works or need to pay so much of extra fees or what to ensure that whatever you do is halal. No, it's still the same, right? So if you can do it the halal way, why do it the haram way? That's the question here, right? So this one also I need to cancel. Wait, where's the alhamdulillah. Parang. Okay. And then what's the last one here? The myth number 5. It is fake. Okay, wait, I'm just gonna here. It is fake. Islamic finance is fake. Yeah, they just replace the word interest with the word profits. It's still conventional, but just dress up as halal. This one also I had to cancel also. This is the myth. Once I do this, right, inshallah lah, yeah, we cut this already. We cut the rope, the small little rope that tie the huge big elephant. I can challenge you lah. I can challenge you lah. You take any Islamic finance contracts, any contracts that you can find in the world, Islamic finance contract that is being endorsed by an Islamic finance scholar. Confirm plus chop, confirm plus chop, they won't have these 3 things. They won't have riba, they won't have maizir, and they won't have garah. It's not just a replacement of interest, change the word interest to profit. No. Let me give you example. I always use this example with my clients or the people out there to illustrate this point. So example today I set up chicken rice and I set up chicken rice stall at my hometown here in Punggol, and I sell chicken rice. Alhamdulillah, my chicken rice is delicious. Every day, people queue to buy my chicken rice. Because why? Because it is delicious. So as a business person, as an entrepreneur, I set up one chicken rice stall and it is so profitable. What's my next course of action? What I want to do next? Of course, I want to open up more stalls selling chicken rice. Right? I want to open up where? I want to open up one in Yishun, one in Clementi, one in Jurong, one in Pasir Ris, one in Marsiling, one in where? Clementi. Everywhere I want to set up. But I got one small little problem. Not enough money. And so what I do? I become a bond issuer. I approach people like yourself. And I tell you, brother, sister, I want to set up a chicken rice stall. Example, if you were staying at Pasir Ris. But not enough money lah. You lend me lah $100,000. Then I promise you, every quarter, every half year, or every year, I'll give you money. The money is called what? The money is called coupons. From a non-Sharia compliant perspective, you will love this idea of bonds. Not bad lah. Every quarter, every half year, or every year, get money. Regardless, if the new chicken rice stall in Pasir Ris is successful or not successful, doesn't matter to you. You know you get money. And to you, it's like macam what? Macam like passive income like that. And you will love this idea of bonds. And that's from a non-Sharia compliant perspective. But from a Sharia compliant perspective, right, not possible. Because the coupons that I'm receiving also, right, is also deemed as interest. And that is also known as riba, my friends. And so not possible. And again, when I'm explaining, right, you have to understand what I'm explaining. I'm not saying set up chicken rice stall is haram. You don't misinterpret and then you tell saya berfitnah macam ni Helmi say what set up chicken rice stall hukumnya is haram. No. I don't mean that. Very very important for you to take note of this point. I'm just saying that the way you attract funds through bonds is not permissible, right? Kak Zahra Kasim, hello, good evening to you too. Right? So the way to attract money through bonds not permissible. So now here, how to make this halal? So I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business person. I want to expand my chicken rice stall business. I want to open up more stalls at other parts of Singapore. So how now? Not enough money, right? Issue bonds cannot haram. I change my strategy. This time round, what I do is that I come and approach people like yourself and I tell you, brother, sister, I have this good business opportunity for you. set up chicken rice stall. I've been running this chicken rice stall in Punggol for the past 10 years. MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah, Subhanallah. Business is booming lah, and now I want to expand. I want to open up one more stall in Pasir Ris, nearby your house. And I want to personally invite you lah to become my business partner. You become my business partner. This business confirm can make money lah. I'll share with you all my trade secret. How to cook delicious chicken rice, how to manage the staff, how to do this, how to do that. Everything I'll share with you. And so what happened here is that, you look at my business and you say, not bad. You agree to become my business partner. And so you become my business partner. And so what happened is that we have a profit and loss sharing agreement. And profit, perhaps you take 70% and I take 30%. And in terms of loss, we divide it in terms of percentage of capital contribution. Under Islamic finance perspective, this is permissible. And we call the concept as musyarakah. And musyarakah means what? Partnership. So again, musyarakah, right? No riba, no maizi, no gara lah. Right? Okay. And the third one, right? That's the second way, right? Then the third way that is permissible, and the first way through bonds not permissible, the second way through partnership, musyarakah permissible, and to cut the story short lah, if I explain it can be very lengthy lah, on all this lah. And the third way, to do it as a form of investments, means I ask you to invest into my business. Maybe what, $50,000 or what, you invest into the business. That one also possible. And we call the concept as what? We call the concept as mudarabah. And so the first way to bonds not permissible, the second way through musyarakah, partnership is permissible, and the third way through mudarabah, investment, is permissible. And what point I want to emphasize here is this, is that cannot have this thing lah, cannot have, let me change this color, cannot have riba, cannot have maize, cannot have gara. It's not just you replacing the word interest with profits only, no. Alright? Okay, so far can understand or not what I share with you? And this is something very important and why I have to share this, right? Because a lot of people out there, they has this misconception. I say, Helmi, not possible not possible for me to grow my money the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. Because why? Because it is what is expensive. Only for reserved for the rich Arab. No, I cancel here already. Cannot lah, Helmi. Because why? Because you know lah, this Islamic finance, right? It's like 1,400 years ago. Now modern already. Modern time use modern strategy. So now riba is permissible already. No, I cancel here. Say no. No. And the third one, difficult to understand. The difficult to understand one, I can understand lah. I can understand. But again, this is the myth lah. Because once you learn, then you will find that relatively quite easy to understand also. And then the fourth one, troublesome, leceh, mafan. I cancel here also this one. And then fake. I cancel. I say everything I cancel for you. Then insyaAllah lah, this part, I've done my part lah, to do my level best to cut this part, to cut this. Let me show you. Dah geram tau. Okay. So now I go to my next point lah. Okay, yeah, so that's why for me as an Islamic financial consultant, since the year 2007, 2007 was the 2008 was the subprime mortgage crisis, which led to the global economic crisis in the year 2009. Since then, right, I've been actively sharing my knowledge on Islamic finance, on how to manage your finance the Sharia compliant way in Singapore, on my website, helmihakim.com. It's not something new, no, because some people, they get to know me, right, they thought I'm a new consultant. No, I've been doing this since the year 2007. So you can just view my articles, it's free. I just treat this as sedekah ilmu jariyah, sedekah jariyah in terms of ilmu with everybody out there. And because why? Because I need to educate, I need to share with as many people as possible of the availability of Sharia compliant plans in Singapore. Okay, so these are some of my projects lah. I have the Unlock Your Money session, and this is one of the projects that I have done also, Takaful.sg, Islamic financial planning made easy, and I developed this thing called the Your Financial Map Model. If you want to find out more, just go to the website lah, and have a read at Takaful.sg. Alright, okay, and yeah, my role as an Islamic financial consultant, and for some of you ask me, actually, Helmi, what you doing? What you do exactly? Some people, they see all my videos, right? All my Facebook live videos, they read my blog, then they don't know what I'm doing. And so again, I'm an Islamic financial planner. I specialize in helping Muslim families plan their finance the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. Alright, and my role, right, what I do for all my clients is this. I help them on this part to increase their investable assets and their net worth, the Sharia compliant way, the halal way, the halal way, halal Sharia compliant way. compliant way in Singapore. And that's my goal as an Islamic financial consultant. How to do this net worth thing, you see my past 2 video lah. I think I do a half an hour video, just like my past 2 video 2 days ago, on how to create your own personal net worth statement and how to create your own cash flow statement. You can just view my what you call it, my Facebook live at Helmi Hakim Facebook page, right? So then the next one. Yes, and for those of you who meet me for a free consultation, right, you can just, if you want to meet me, right, just go to Takaful.sg and click the link to schedule a free consultation. The consultation will be by Zoom, because of this COVID-19 circuit breaker, right? I'm not able to meet up with you, but we can have a chat over Zoom first, all right? And I'll go in deeper on this FLAIR concept. And I'll touch on your short-term financial objective and your long-term. So these are some examples of short-term financial objectives and long-term financial objective. And the most important part here is this lah. Whether you want to plan for short-term or or you want to plan for long-term, doesn't matter. The most important part here is this. If you want to plan for short-term or you want to plan for long-term, make sure you do it the Sharia compliant way and the halal way in Singapore. And why I have to emphasize on this? Because you have to understand one thing. Rezeki is who gives rezeki? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lah. And Ar-Razzaq is the provider, is the one who gives us rezeki. And so that's why it is of paramount importance for us to plan our finance the Sharia compliant with the halal way in Singapore, because we want to seek His divine intervention to help us arrange our life and make sure in terms of our finance be proper. And so we have to ensure that everything is Sharia compliant. Be it you want to plan for short term or you want to plan for long-term financial objective, make sure it is Sharia compliant. And how many of you learn something from what I share? The thing here is that it's best actually for me to interact with you guys if it's like one-way communication, because this is live, this is live. And this is live. Along the way, if you have any questions, you can always ask me. It's best we interact, two-way interaction, rather than I communicate with you like this only. Best two-way communication, so at least I get some energy lah. Now I'm trying to get energy. As most of you know, right, this is my 6th day lah, doing my 44 days Facebook live video challenge. And the laziness is really, I feel lazy to do, but then I tell myself, no, Helmi, you have a job to be done, and it's an obligation. And successful people, once they start something, they do it properly till they finish their journey. This is what I tell myself. Inshallah, may Allah Ta'ala give me the strength to istiqomah to do these Facebook live videos for 44 days consecutively. Alright? Okay, and then what else? Okay, I come to one of my last part lah. This is the wealth formula lah. I call this wealth formula. What's this wealth formula about? The thing here is that why I show this wealth formula, right, is because why? Because I have a lot of people out there, come and meet me, right? They tell me, Helmi, I want to grow my money, I want to have a lot of money, abundance of money, so much money. They tell me everything lah, whatever goals they have, everything they share with me. Alright? So that's where I come back to the very simple formula. Actually, if you take finance diploma or finance degree, right, this is the most simplest or the most basic formula that we learn first. It's called time value of money formula. Time value of money formula. It begins with this. Future value. So future value represent what? Future value, money that you're going to have lah. Money you're going to have in the future. We change color lah. Money you're going to have in the future. And so, how to have a lot of money in the future? And so the first thing first, what you need to do, right, is that you need to ensure that you have money now. It's as simple as that. You need to have money now. Again, a lot of people come and meet me and they tell me, help me, you know what, I want to learn how to make streams of passive income. Passive income, the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. I want to have this, I want to have that. My passive income minimum $10,000 a month. I want to have this, I want to have that. Yeah, they share with me a lot of things. Or make money through capital appreciation, this and that. And yeah, I just ask them one simple question. Okay, good, I can help you to achieve all that, to do all that. But I have one question for you. My one question is super duper simple. How much money do you have now? And for a lot of them, right, they don't have much money. Or They don't even have their emergency fund, their 3 to 6 months emergency funds, or some of them are in debt. And so what I share with them is that if you're in debt, you need to clear that away first. And then the second part, debt means the credit card debts. You need to clear that away first. And then the second part here, you need to have your emergency fund. And once you have your emergency funds, you need to have money now. Because if you don't have money, how can I, as an Islamic financial consultant from Takaful.sg, help you to grow your money? And you must have money first. Then I can help you to grow your money. And so this is what? This is the present value. You need to have now, the present value. And then the next one, now example, you have the money already. Dah ada duit, got money already. Alhamdulillah. So what's next? The next step is to grow your money. Grow your money, make it like that. Grow your money. This is your money, right? Money. You make it bigger. Grow your money. Alright? And one thing here when you talk about growing your money, right? You want to ensure, of course, it's halal. So that's why I put that effective profit rate. And so the effective profit rate, right, must be higher than the inflation rate. Must be higher than the inflation rate. And of course, the last one you need to have is that you need to have investment time horizon. This one also super duper important. Because why? Because some people, they come and meet me, right? They tell me, Helmi, I want to learn how to grow my money the Sharia compliant way. Okay, good. Alhamdulillah, good. And then they tell me this and that. Then I ask them, okay, by when? They say, by 6 months, I want to have 100% return. Or what, 20% return in 6 months. Or maybe like 50% return in 6 months. Then I told them it's a bit challenging, right, for you to have that kind of return within such a time frame, right? So that's why I share with them this investment time horizon. You need to give a bit of time, you need to give some time, right, for you to help grow your money the Sharia compliant way in Singapore, right? So I hope you learn and from this formula, and you learn. I hope I help to shatter if you have those myths, myth on growing your money the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. I hope I help to cut the what just now I mentioned, the where is it? This part. I have to cut this part. The tiny rope, the tie, the elephant legs. Okay. And now I come to my last part really. My last part is what? Okay. Then these of course Sharia compliant methodologies because the thing here is that some people ask me, Helmi, what is the difference between example Sharia compliant fund and Muslim friendly fund? What's the difference? Any of you know what's the difference between Sharia compliant fund and Muslim friendly funds? I give you one example Example today today you want to invest in stocks. You know stocks? When you have stocks, you have ownership of a company, right? So today you want to invest in stocks, and what you do here is that you open up a brokerage account and you open up a CDP account, right? You want to invest in stocks, you must have brokerage account, CDP account. Okay, and you want to invest in stocks, but of course, I have to make an assumption here, and when you want to invest in stocks, you must have the knowledge, and you must have the knowledge to invest in stocks. You must have the financial knowledge to invest in stocks. You must be able to interpret financial statement. You can download the annual report, do a SWOT analysis of the company, and then you interpret financial statement, trading profit and loss statement, balance sheet, statements of changes in equity, cash flow statement, do all the financial ratios, vertical analysis, horizontal analysis, and you do all that. And after that, you calculate the intrinsic value of the stock, using discounting cash flow model or Gordon growth model. And after that, you do technical analysis, moving averages, 50-day moving averages, 150-day moving averages. You do all that, and you must be competent enough to do all that. If you don't have that knowledge, don't invest in stocks yet, because why? Because the stock market is one of the fastest way for you to burn your money away. Alright, so I just make an assumption today. You have Alhamdulillah, you are blessed to have the knowledge to invest in stocks, and you have the financial knowledge to invest in stocks. So you open up a CDP account. And you go to the stock market. You go to what? Singapore Exchange stock market, or you go to S&P 500, or you go to Dow Jones. Dow Jones is the US stock market. Dow Jones, I think now they have about 8,000 stocks, over 8,000 stocks. So what you do here is that you put your hand inside, then gaul like that. Of course, the thing is that when you want to invest in stocks, right, you want to invest in halal stocks, not haram stocks. Halal means what? Halal means Muslim can buy. And so you put your hand inside, then take one stock. How to know this stock is halal? And of course, we assume that this one is not dealing with pork. This one is not Bee Cheng Hiang. You heard before, not Bee Cheng Hiang. The barbecue pork. No. This one is not Genting, Marina Bay Sands. This is just an innocent looking kind of stock. How to know for sure that this stock is confirmed halal? How to know? And we use this thing called Sharia Compliant Screening Methodology. Sharia Compliant Screening Methodology. And so these are some examples of Sharia Compliant Screening Methodology. We have what? We have, let me change the color here. We have Dow Jones Sharia Compliant Screening Methodology. We have what? MSCI, the Sharia Compliant Screening Methodology. IOFI, and those in the Gulf countries, Dubai, Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Saudi, and use the IOFI Sharia Compliant Screening Methodology. And Malaysia also, and they have their own set of screening methodology to assess and check whether the particular stocks is Sharia compliant or not Sharia compliant in accordance to their own set of screening methodology. Right? So some people ask me, why, how come this is so important? As long no pork, no lard, okay lah. Why must talk about what Sharia compliant, what screening methodology, all that? And this is important because why? Because every single Sharia compliant screening methodology in the world, right, they have their own panel of Islamic finance scholars to monitor and endorse that every single stock within their holdings is Sharia compliant at any given point of time. And so for us investors, right, we have the peace of mind to know that our portfolio is not like 60% Sharia compliant or 70% Sharia compliant or 80% Sharia compliant. Our portfolio is 100% Sharia compliant at any given point of time. So that's why this thing, what Sharia compliance screening methodology is super duper important. And of course, if you want to know more, right, what the difference of Sharia compliance screening methodology, all that, you can always come back to me. You can arrange a consultation, a free consultation at www.takaful.sg. I mean, I have my own fair share putting money into consider Muslim-friendly funds. But you have to just remember this. Muslim-friendly now does not mean Muslim-friendly forever. I can share with you my own personal experience. Used to be Muslim-friendly, but then suddenly along the way, years goes by, suddenly things happen, no longer Muslim-friendly. So that's why I always pay a greater emphasis to ensure that anything you do is Sharia compliance. Basically, there must be someone to endorse. Cap halal, a bit like that, cap halal, that anything within their portfolio is Sharia compliant, is halal at any given point of time. Alright, okay. This is my last part my last part here. I hope you learn something for my sharing. Today I take a bit of time to design the slides and to prepare the slides for you guys and because why? Because my hope here is that I need to do my level best as an Islamic finance practitioner to show the people out there actually you can plan your finance the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. It's whether you want or you don't want only. You just touch your heart and ask yourself, do I want to plan my finance the halal way, the Sharia compliant way in Singapore? And so that's why I make all this video. I share this openly. I can assure you a lot of people will watch this video and definitely will learn something. I'm in touch with many other Islamic financial planners out there also. So the main thing here is that I want to ensure that this ecosystem of people promoting Islamic finance product is there. I don't want people to give the white flag and surrender and say, Singapore no longer able to plan or finance the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. Because why? Because it is not a Muslim country. No. That is my hope for our community out there. Right? So this I treat this as a sharing, alright. And I have something bonus for you in today's session. I'm in the midst. Me and my programmers, my engineers, we are developing a financial planning app. Alright. We are developing a financial planning app. In the future, it will be at halalfinancialplan.sg. Okay. Inshallah, I will want this financial planning app to be available to the public itself. I'm in the midst of discussing on how to make this available for the public itself. At first I thought I want to do it for my clients only, but then I think I want to make it public. But of course there are challenges because there are many licenses that I have to look into. I will approach my lawyers for that itself. Right? But as of now, we are working to develop an Islamic financial planning app. This is one of its kind in the world. I can assure you on that. I have surveyed many other countries, tried to look for an Islamic financial planning app, but I cannot find one. an online Islamic financial planning app. No, I cannot even find one. And so this is why I developed this from scratch. All right, work hard together with my programmers, with my engineers, to develop this app. Basically what happened here, right, is that usually if you meet an Islamic financial planner, it will take about 3 hours for you to compute all your financial statement, your ratios, all that. But with this app, inshallah, in the future, it will take only 15 minutes. Alright, and if you are interested to know, right, when the app is launched, right, you can go to halalfinancialplan.sg, okay, and as a bonus, what I'll do here is that I'll give you halal financial plan safety card. And this is a safety card, and that I get the idea when I took the Air Asia that time now, when we can take airplane, right? They have this thing called what, safety card, right? So I was like, hey, okay, why not I create a halal financial plan safety card? I target to have this card in every single household in Singapore, inshallah, and make dua for me. But as of now, I'm giving out to you as a free bonus if you just input your name, email and contact number at my website halalfinancialplan.sg. Okay, so I just end my session here today. I hope you learned something from my sharing, and yeah, if you would like to keep in touch with me, just go to www.takaful.sg. just arrange a free consultation. I'll see you around. Take care. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.